Hey guys, this is Paul Jang, and today we're going to be talking about land investing lifestyles. Like, can you do this while living off-grid or overseas? So I took the most kind of extreme kind of scenarios. I think it's really easy as like a home base to do it, but I just wanted to show you some of the more extreme cases, how I could go around getting involved with this business. Just if you don't know, land investing, I highly recommend as a business model because you can buy land and it's super like non-competitive when in comparison to other real estate opportunities, and you're able to build passive income by building up owner financing deals. Whenever you flip land, you get monthly payments by offering terms to the future buyer. Point number one, land investing can be done entirely remotely. A lot of people are doing it. I personally almost never see a property face to face. The only time I've seen like the land that I bought is when there was a cabin on it and I needed to get pictures with the cabin. I had way too many people like asking, you know, what does the cabin look like, and I couldn't really answer them. And so by taking a bunch of pictures, it kind of helped other people get an idea of what the property was like. And we ultimately, you know, bought it for like $20,000 and sold it for $50,000. So that's the kind of stuff that you could find with land investing. You know, like a couple home run deals like that, but you know, a lot more of the consistent, like you buy it for a couple $1,000s and, you know, sell it for double or triple the amount of money that you bought it for. You know, when I'm talking about the off-grid and the overseas lifestyle, I'll talk about each one, you know, by itself, some of the concerns that you might face with it, and then some of the solutions you can kind of take to make it not really a problem. And I did this so that you could see, like, if you are just living at home, like there's really no barrier to getting into this. It's pretty nice. One of the main concerns with an off-grid lifestyle with land investing is really with the online service and your phone service. So if you could get those two things right, you can basically do this business like anywhere. You know, one of the things you can do with your, at least with your online service, is basically if you have your phone service, you can basically hotspot your phone to get internet service, so you could, you know, post properties or look up property like online. Because generally you're not gonna ever have to go see the property. You are gonna want to see the property online to see like access and some of those kind of things that you'll need. Also, you'll need it like for posting, you know, land for sale. There's also other cool little things that you do, like if your cell phone level is weak, you can do a cell phone booster, and that will basically increase your cell phone capability. So you basically have your cell phone and you hotspot it. There's also fixed wireless broadbands. It's operated by private companies. You can check that out. There's another one, satellite internet with 𝘾𝙊𝙉𝘆𝑁et. They've kind of been a provider for off-grid people. But if you could have some kind of, you know, some kind of internet here, that works well. And kind of on the flip phone, if you have the internet and you use like 𝘾𝙊𝙉𝑁et or, you know, some of these other private companies that have a fixed wireless broadband, you know, and you just don't have the phone service, you can use an online phone service, you know, like Google Voice or Skype to kind of get you by, right? So as long as you kind of, you're able to have at least one of these things, right? Either the phone and you get the hotspot going, or if you have the internet and you use the internet to get your phone service, as long as you have one of those, you'll be golden for the land investing business. It's really not a problem. The other thing with living overseas that you might have problems with is not having access to a notary. This becomes a problem, you know, whenever you're closing on property. In the United States, generally, whenever you're closing on real estate, you have to sign documents, and in those documents there's usually some kind of notary basically guaranteeing like, hey, this person is the person that's signing this document. The other thing that you might find challenging is not being able to receive and send mail, physical mail, but all of these can be solved just with the new technology and different services available. So at least with the notary services, if you're overseas, and this kind of applies to off-grid living, is there's always notary services with the consulate and the emissary. You just have to set up an appointment, and that could be hassle. But another thing that you could do is there's increasingly counties are opening up to online services that give notary services. There's one called notarize.com, and as counties become more technological, basically this will be an option for you. In regards to sending out mail, receiving and sending it out, there's a company called 𝙉𝙀𝙀𝘿, basically a digital mailbox with forwarding capabilities. So they'll take your mail and then give you like a digital copy of it, and anything like that's really important that you kind of need a physical copy for, they could forward it to you to your foreign to your overseas address. And so this is like a good way if you're living overseas to still be able to get mail back and forth. So that's basically it. Some of the main concerns with living off grid and being involved with this business as well as overseas. But you kind of see like you could basically do this business from anywhere, and there really aren't that many limitations to getting involved. And it's pretty niche within real estate that you just won't have the competition that you'll find with between realtors, real estate investors, and you're not having as much of a time commitment if you're gonna be doing things like this, like content creating the way that I'm doing for y'all. But one of the great things with land investing is that once you've kind of built up some passive income with your owner finance deals, like you could go ahead and branch off to whatever other interest that you have, or you could keep growing it and letting this kind of be your livelihood, and you pursue whatever interest that you're interested in, right? So that's what I have to say with the lifestyle. It's pretty good, and it's pretty flexible with minimal time requirement, and I think that's pretty important, at least for me. I don't know for you. Some of the other courses and other opportunities that are available to you, you'll just find that it requires so much more time than you thought, or so much more money than you thought. Land investing is kind of really not like that. I got started with like a couple $100, and then flipping that. So there's like opportunities like that if that's kind of where you're at. And you can go much higher than that as well. So that's it for today's video. And if you are interested in building multiple streams of income, subscribe and like this video. It helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below, and let me know if there's any other future videos you have in mind for me, and I'll try creating those as well. Take care, have a good one.